Hello everybody, this is Tina with Tia's Treasures, and today I have for you I believe it is the August 2026 card kit from Simon Says Stamp, and this one is loaded. Let's take a look at what's in here. I have not peeked yet at what's in my cards, so hopefully I got everything that is on the list. Ooh, I have a bubblegum candy, yay! Okay, what do we have? Let's see, my three colors I got are dried marigold, I have festive berries, and mowed lawn. I don't know if I have these colors or not. I will have to look. I don't have every color of Distress Crayon. Mostly I just have the different color groups. So I'll be interested in seeing. I have a water brush. I believe these come with different tips. It looks like I have a fine paintbrush tip here. Is it called paintbrush? I don't know. This kit comes with a complete full-size Sizzix Tim Holtz Colorize die. This one is called Bloom, and it's just, I don't have this one. I am so happy. So I've got this now. We get a full pack of this Craft Consortium ephemera, these little florals. Let's take a look at these. I have glue on my fingers. If you see that, that's not my skin peeling, which, considering the shape of my hands were in, after I burnt in the sun, I wouldn't be surprised if you thought that. But no, I just was doing some crafting, and I have glue all over my fingertips. So, okay, we got a few backward ones. Oh, they've got the names of them on the bottom. The common name, it looks like, and the Latin name. So this is like peony, don't even ask me how to say that right now. And yes, we have peonies and irises and pansies, daffodils. You know what? I probably did this to myself. There's the iris again. Morning Glory. Snowdrop. Okay. Water Lily and Pearl Rose. Moss Rose. Another Water Lily. And this is Begonias and daffodils, pearl rose. Yeah, we've got more than one floral for each flower, so you can use them in different, more than ones. Poppy, bride rose, American Beauty rose, sunflower. I love me some sunflowers. Pansy, and yeah, American Beauty, and these are clover. I guess clover's a flower. Little wild flower. My husband thinks it's a weed if it's in the yard. But I love them. I love all sorts of, I love the dandelions in the spring against the green grass. I know he hates it. Anyhow, we're also getting half a sheet of foam stickers. These are the little ones. And the thin, I think they're all the same. We have coupon code. We get four of these watercolorable backgrounds on Tim Holtz watercolor cardstock. Yeah, it's a good thing I did it on the back, being as I just put a little line in the center of my cardstock. These are very pretty. I'm sure if you're watching me on this video, you've probably seen this card kit already. But these are our four backgrounds. They are on the textured side of this Tim Holtz cardstock, which does give a little bit of a pretty, pretty background. It gives interest, and you don't have to worry about it not stamping correctly because we're not the ones who stamped it. It was already like this. I may have to use one of these. And we also get this beautiful embossing folder. Isn't that just gorgeous? I love that. I may have to use that too. We get a little piece of twine. We get a stamp and die set. This was not me buying the die set individually like I do sometimes. But yeah, we have this lovely, lovely die set with this lovely, lovely stamp set. And I am not going to read all these, but like thinking of you, happy birthday, love you a bunch. And then some littler sentiments. They're all pretty little, but wildly loved. Sending love as gentle as petals. Oh, that's pretty. Today is full of possibilities. Huh. Yeah, it's just, and you can cut out all of the sentiments too. We get two card bases in a pale gray and a white. I am not sure what exactly. They are fog. This is fog, and Simon says white. And then you get a piece of Tim Holtz watercolor cardstock in the that is nice cardstock. That is pretty thick. And yeah, this is a full-size sheet. Now I did pick up, before my card kit came in, I picked up the Darling Script Greetings, which I think matches these sentiments. Yeah, they do. The happy birthday is the same font. So we've got happy birthday, thank you, and with love. And there you could buy even bigger ones. I got the ones I'm more likely to use, which are a little bit smaller, so they don't fill up a whole card base. And then I got this hand-tiered frame, which cuts out little bitty frames with a bow, and an extra one that you can put on as well. And that's it for this month's card kit. So let me think about it, and I will come back and I will make some cards for you. Yay! Okay, let's start with some watercoloring. I have my card base, a piece of black cardstock, and I already embossed Thinking of You and Wildly Loved, and watercolored a little floral that I cut out and you know, watercolored, but I figured that was easy. So for this, I took out of my stash a rustic wilderness. And this, of course, is the one I got in the card kit. So let me go ahead. Now the water brush I got in the kit, it's the same, I think it's the same brand as this one, but it was like just beating up something terribly. I couldn't figure out why I had so much water no matter how much I dabbed it. So I just grabbed a different one, and we'll see if it's any better. It could have been the paper. That was not watercolor paper. But let's take a little look. And so far it's better. Now, you know, again, I don't know if it was the paper or the brush, but I wasn't happy. It's probably the paper, now that I think about it. At first, I was really thinking it was the brush. I mean, an easy way to find out would be to pull out the other brush, but I don't want to. It just would be like, make too much sense. Now this is all just gonna get colored with one of these two greens, and I'm not gonna put any pinks or anything else in here. So I will probably skip ahead or just put it on fast. I don't know. But this is giving me a little bit of extra shading, I hope. You know, I probably should. Yeah, I just colored over the whole thing. That didn't make a whole lot of sense, did it? I like it more that color anyway, though. Shoe, I think these two, as I watercolor them, are probably going to be pretty similar because my skills aren't really that good where I can do a whole lot of shading and whatnot. So I'm just going to slap color down one or the other, and however it ends up looking when it's done, it ends up looking. Okie dokie, that seems to be all done. That didn't take me long at all. Let me get these capped and put them out of the way. Wipe that up. Now, get a little glue on the back of this, and we're gonna glue this down. So I thought I would have this video out in August, or July I should say, but it's already August, and it's breaking my heart. I hate that summer's going this quick. I always get my videos out a little later than I'd like to for some reason or another, though. Maybe if I got paid to do this, or somebody paid, you know, gave me the card kits for free, I'd get them out on time. But as it is now, it's just me doing this whenever I am in the mood. And gotta be honest, sometimes I'm just not in the mood. I got other stuff going on in the summer. I got other stuff going on in the winter. Mostly in the winter, it's called laziness, but in the summer, I've got a lot going on. At least I think I have a lot going on, you know, kind of relaxing, being in the pool, enjoying the sun, all those kind of nice things we do in the summer weather. And because I don't have a whole lot of room on this, gotta make sure we get it on even as I can anyway. Yeah, I think that's going to be good enough for me. I am not going to worry about it. So now I've got this. I want to stick in the middle. I mean, I could stick it going down like that, but I kind of like it coming up a little bit more. And I've got the Thinking of You and the Wildly Loved. Now I could put them one on top of the other. Like, yeah, I could do the Thinking of You, Wildly Loved. But I kind of like them on either side, so that's what I am going to do. Let's get these glued down. Now I know they gave me some foam. We got like these foam squares, but I'm just going to glue these down flat because I don't feel like cutting up foam squares to fit on the sides of these, honestly. These were a little bit bigger. Now I stamped this just using some VersaFine Clair ink. And then, of course, I heat embossed it on black cardstock using Simon Says Stamp white embossing powder. That was pretty easy. Actually, I could have used a foam strip instead of the foam squares for these probably. Wildly Loved. And let's see. I've got a few sequins here. What do I have? A tray. I do have a tray, but it's got one of my tittles in it for a later card kit. And so we don't want to use that tray, so I will use my Hogs and Kisses one. I got this in Nashville. And I was trying to figure out what to do with it when I'm like, hey, just put it on my desk. It makes me happy, so why not? And we need to just kind of try to tuck these in maybe. Maybe. I am not really good with placing these. If you know me, usually I put them up in the corner there. I'm trying to be a little different today. Oh, should I put one on this side too? I don't know. We could put one right. Oh, come on, get off of my thing. get off of my wax tip. Where'd it go? I think the wax tip ate it. It just kind of disappeared. I'm sure you know where it went, but oh, it's on my finger. It's like it disappeared to me. Thinking of you. Okay, that's where we're putting them. I don't know if that's where you would have put them. That's probably where I would not put them, like in another day if I was thinking about it, depending on my mood. But today I think they look just fine and dandy where they are. Okay, now that is card number 1. Thinking of you, wildly loved. Isn't that pretty? I think it's pretty. I like it anyway. So, for our next card here, I have got a piece of Tim Holtz jeweled cardstock in blue, light blue, and I already embossed it, and I cut out in white, thank you. And what I am going to do with this is we are going to bring in some peacock feathers and distress oxide and a little sanding disc. I've got this just because I don't want to sand it on my glass. And I'm going to sand this lightly. Now the trick is we want to sand it enough to get down to the brown cardstock. If we just really lightly sand it, it's gonna like be silver, and we don't want silver. We want our brown craft stock, because we are going to ink this. And now we're gonna end up getting it's gonna be rubbed a little bit and scratched up, but that's okay. And I don't think we're not going to get this entire floral, but that's going to be okay too. Some of it's going to just stay silver. We really want to make sure we get that middle good and these outer, or inner I should say, petals. Now I thought about doing these leaves as well, sanding them down. And I'm still not sure. I am not. I was practicing on another piece of cardstock, but I don't want the whole card all scraped up. I just think it's kind of pretty with just the flower with being kind of the alternate color. Now, let me get a little blending brush here, and I'm going to get this peacock feathers, and we could always sand some more if we want, but we're going to go over this and try to get everywhere that we sanded. Like I said, if it's silver, it's not going to keep the color. And then just going to come in here and wipe that color off. And it is going to stay everywhere that we sanded down to the brown cardstock. And we can go over it again. You can see kind of got that peacock feathers in the middle. You know, that would look really probably good as yellow too. Now I had done this earlier on a piece. Let me see. And we get a little bit more of that color that was showing. Here I was practicing on it. You can see the little leaves. I kind of tried to do those too. And this almost brought the same color back in, the peacock feathers. You know what? I think we're going to go a little bit darker. Let's try some sapphire, chip sapphire. I want to go real dark on this. I know I probably should have made up my mind earlier. But originally I thought the peacock feathers looked pretty good. But the more I looked at it, I was just like, I think it's a little too close. Okay, I'll get that off. Yeah, there we go. I think we get a little bit more of a contrast here. Now let's sand this a little bit more. I want it to show up more. Okie here. Let's this out of the way, and we are going to pop this up. I went ahead and I have some of these already cut, some strips. I think I might need one across the top too. I didn't cut these long enough, did I? That's what to get. That's okay. And one across the top. Ooh. Got our thank you. This real thin glue on here. I don't know if you can see it, the white on white. You probably can though. Boom, boom. Thank you. This font is real pretty. Now this comes from the add-on. I'm going to put the thank right there. It also has a shadow backer that we are not using right yet. Not for this card anyway. It probably could have stacked it up if you like. That would look really good too. And I'm putting way too much glue on here. That's okay. I'm going to get that off before I put it down, because on the mirrored cardstock that smears pretty good. So we're just going to get it off on the back of my hand, and thank you right here. Try to figure out so it's kind of even. We want it. Yeah, they're both a little bit like, and that's just going to be it for our second card. We got a little bit of grunge going on here. Yeah, but I like it. Not as much as the first card. So for our third card, I brought in some pink cardstock from my stash. We've got another one of the sentiments with the add-on, and this time I used a piece of vellum. It's kind of got a little iridescent pink, but it really doesn't matter because you don't see the iridescence when it's against the pink anyway, but I'm going to use it just the same. Let me get rid of that on the back of my hand. So what we're going to do, see if you, I also use part of the frame, or we're going to use part of the frame extra die. If you're like, what are you talking about? We've got the extra from the card kit, the little frame, and I'm just going to use a little side and a little bow from that. It's called the hand-tied frame. A little extra for this kit. I'm going to start out this one, I think, by gluing this. Now, you know what? I changed my mind. I'm not going to start by gluing it to the back. Almost did, but then I'm like, wait a minute. I want to cut this off first, and I want it even. I could still do that, but I think it'll be easier if we do that last. So let me get this up here where you can see it. I've got 4 of the different florals from Craft Consortium, but they've all got like, they're different, but they're all in the pink. So I am going to just put these on the card. So I want these 2 kind of browner ones across from each other. And I kind of stagger them a little bit. And do I want to stagger them a little bit? No. If we had 5 of them, maybe. Go boom, boom, boom. And yep, we're just going to glue them down. Glue them down. Wish for the best. The best is going to be fine. Get that up there. And this is already cut down, this piece of pink cardstock. Thought about leaving it the same size and then decided I didn't want to. So I didn't. At least I don't think I did. If I put it up to my card base and it's the same size, I'm going to be like very put out that my memory is that bad that I don't remember doing something I just did a little bit ago. Get this glued down, and right about so it's even, and so a little bit of crust going there. And now I want to grunge this up just a little bit because we've got these browns on here. So we're gonna use a little bit vintage photo on this edge. Get this all kind of grunged. And with that shiny metal bow we have, mirrored bow, we're going to have a couple different looks going on here, but I don't care. That's what I want to do, and I'm making cards, so that's what I'm going to do. Put to the side. Let's get this glued down. Get this first before we do our sentiment. And I like this little kind of scallop we have going. What do they call that when it's actually a ribbon? Darned if I can remember. I just don't remember. Rickrack, I think that's the word I'm looking for. And I want to put this on the side. Let me cut this off first so it doesn't confuse my eye. Okay, and this I want to put just like that. So it kind of looks like we tied it in a bow, although everybody's going to know we didn't tie it in a bow because it's obviously cardstock. Okay, got that there. Now, let me get my With Love, and I do have the tittle for this still. At least I hope. I had it inside of a little triangle tray, and I hope it's still there, because if not, I'm going to have to stop and cut out another one. It was still there when I was looking before I started this video. Come on, don't mess up my cardstock glue. Don't get it soggy. Why would that happen? I suppose it could happen. Okay, I'm gonna do this again here so we don't end up with too much. And look at that. It's like, I'm going to pick this up with my fingers because the tweezers are wanting it to go every which way. And I don't want it to go every which way. I hate the way that glue looks on the back of my hand. It's kind of distracting my eye, but what are you going to do, right? With love. Is that even on there? Well, doesn't matter. Now let's find out where that tittle goes. I believe it goes, I gotta pull out the actual die now to look at the thing with love. So it goes above the swoop of the T. And there it is. There it still is. Let's put a little bitty dot. Oh, I got too much glue on the end. Put a little dot there. Pick that up. Put that there. Come on, right there. Stay there. Okay, move this off to the side and try to put glue on the back of this. Now this is if I was wise, I would have another die cut on the back of here. And I would be putting glue on there instead of on my vellum. But nobody said I was smart. I'm just putting some dots on the back of here. Oh, I think I was out of frame. Which, you know, you didn't miss anything because these little dots are probably going to show through and make me angry. And dot, dot, dot. And where do we want this? Right in the middle. Why not? Right in the middle there. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. Nerve-wracking. Okay, with love, and see my little dots. Get that. Oh, yeah, I'm so busy looking at my with love that's popping up that I'm not looking at where I put the card base. I might have to lift that up and put another little glue dot under there. Glue dot, yes. Okay. With love. I don't know. I don't think I like this card that much. I thought that kind of grunging up the pink, I might like it, but this is card number 3, our very ugly with love card. Yay! Okay, now for our final card, I have got the die cuts that I did with the Tim Holtz die. I've got a full one of those frames, the little scalloped frame, piece of black cardstock, piece of blue cardstock from Mustache, and I've got Sending Love as Gentle as Petals. So with this one, I think I am going to start this time with gluing everything down. And if you like this video at all, please give it a thumbs up. I would draw a thumb if I could, but I can't. I can't draw worth a damn, which is, excuse my French, which is why I make cards. If I could draw, I think I would, at least occasionally. I would be like drawing some really cool stuff to use on my cards. And handwriting's not even the greatest either, so I think sometimes my handwriting is better than I think, but I look at it and it's just ugly to me. So I probably won't ever be doing any handwriting. I do admire those people with lovely handwriting. you know, like Christina Warner. And, oh, beautiful. She can draw. She can, like, her handwriting's impeccable. Mwah. Love it. Now we're going to put this down because we want to make sure our die cut goes where we want it. And I don't care if the glue kind of oozes a little bit here. Well, I guess I do if it gets on the frame itself, but if it gets on this blue cardstock, it's going to dry clear. The only reason I don't like it on the mirrored cardstock is sometimes it smears, and that's not a pretty look. Even if it does supposedly dry clear, it's not clear enough when it gets on the mirrored cardstock. And let's try to skip over this. Okay. Get this where we want it. Right there. Drop it. And just, now we can get that and there's still, I do have some glue on my cardstock, but on the mirror, but most of it's on the blue that kind of oozed through. So we're just gonna leave it. Why mess with it and make it worse? Now let's figure out where we're gonna put these. I used the cardstock that came in last month's kit for the texture. And I got glue just peeling off my fingers now. I love red roses. They're my favorite. Red, yellow. I know my colors. I swear, I really do. You would think I don't with the way I just called that red. And that is some glue from me that just got off my fingers and looks all icky. Okay. Now for you, I used blue. I did not match the picture on the front of the die package completely. I still did a red rose, but did these in blue. And I think that's where we're going to put everything. It doesn't have to be perfect. And okay, let's get these glued down. I think one of the stems it called for was black, and I'm like, I don't want a black stem. So I use green on one and brown on the other. And I like the way that turned out a whole lot better. And again, look at the glue kind of oozing off our stems there. But that's quite all right. That's the one that will dry clear. And get this down. That up in the corner a little bit. It's gonna go over. That's okay. Okay, come on, you. I really do like it when like leaves and stuff are blue instead of the expected green. I'm not sure if these are a leaf or supposed to be a bud or what they're supposed to be. Maybe some sort of seed pods. I don't know. They're pretty, just the same though. Try to get this in this corner a little bit going like that. And once it's down, I'm not moving it because I don't want a bunch of more smeared glue. And our rose is going to go right over that. Yep. And then I'm going to pull out the package so we can see how my placement compared to what's on the box. I want it up a little. How do I want it? I don't want it really covering my yellow roses too much. But that'll work right there. Okay, let's pull out that and take a look. And come on, it's right here. Oh, I got things falling off my desk. Here we are. Took me a second. So, well, it's close. It's almost just turned around, isn't it? I've got it like, it's still the leaves right here in between these two things. Oh, it doesn't matter. You can put it wherever you want. But yeah, I like that. And then I have got a red shiny bow because red bows are just kind of cool. So we're going to put there. And this we're going to put in that naked corner right there. I didn't plan it that way, but now that I have a naked corner, I'm like, where else would you put this sentiment but in the naked corner? Anyhow, I think I was saying earlier, if you like this video, please give a thumbs up. It really helps the algorithm. If you're not a subscriber, I'd love to have you. If you are, thank you for making it this far, even when like I had a couple cards that were questionable this time. Yeah. But, you know, if you don't try nothing different, everything would be the same. And sometimes it's fun to try some different things and see how they turn out. Let's get that on top of there. And again, let's see. Dab that real quick. And this is card number 4. I like this one a lot. So I would have to say cards 1 and 4 are my favorite. Please let me know what you think of cards 2 and 3. Should I like get rid of them, or should I send them to an enemy, or should I send them to somebody I like if they're not that bad? So let's go ahead and place these all down again so you can let me know what you think. Here we go. It's card 1. And we have card 2. That's still a pretty embossing folder. I think it'd be really hard to ruin that. Now we have card 3. And lastly, card 4. So that is it for now, everyone. And hopefully I will be back sooner instead of later. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye for now.